Hey guys, welcome to another session of Epic 7. We're gonna do another account review for HyperionDawn. Hyperion, as you can see in his frame, he's a legend RTA player. Now, I'll give him a bit of a... Well, give you guys a bit of a background, is that he is free to play. I'll put it in a present tense. He's free to play, and he made it to legend, and he actually got rank 60, which is crazy. I'm gonna show a preview of it. Too bad that after the season ended, we didn't really get to see like where you ended up, but he took like a video of where he ended up. So you can see on the left hand side there, even though this is a bit small, apologies for that. He's rank 60, and even though myself I'm not a legend, I know like how many people were molding over like the last hour of legend trying to stay, because if you win you get very little points, if you lose a ton of points. So obviously there's always going to be some players that are going to be in legend, but those who are like near the bottom of legend and wanted to push up, those are the ones that probably did end up molding. Which feels bad, man, but really big congrats to Hyperion. Another background before we get started, we're only going to focus on the RTA heroes that he's built and what made him successful. And like I said, free to play, legend player, rank 60 is not even that bad, to be honest. Going up against whales and stuff. To be honest, it was more so the point differential being super tight and the cutoff climbing up a lot on the last day, says Hyperion. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously I wasn't pushing it, so I didn't know that stress, but I know just from people talking in Discord how stressful it was. So yeah, another big congrats. So we're gonna only look at the heroes he has built for RTA. I have a list here, and he's running a sort of comp that I think now has been deemed the name the Four Horsemen, or Four Horsemen comp. And there's some key heroes that you should have for that comp. I believe a lot of the top players know this comp, and they even run it themselves and try to counter it, but at the end of the day, I think it's whoever gets the better heroes for the Four Horsemen, and also the better gear, of course. And of course, when you're actually in the fight, the play does matter. I'm actually going to go in order of the heroes that he's listed, so I don't miss any. Otherwise, Kayron is part of his draft. First things first, we're gonna go to Ruel, and just to see the build, okay? Okay, so let's go. So Ruel is plus 11. Okay, so we don't have the max ceiling on the S2. Ideally, you probably would want to. Let's see. 190 effect resistance, very solid. Defense at 1700, and HP, and then no self imprint. HP is almost at 17,000. Speed is 194, which I really do like that speed. He mentioned that this build specifically is so that she can turn cycle faster, which I do agree with. I think with the kind of comp he runs, he definitely needs some more speed. No immunity. Yeah, no immunity. Oh, man, this is terrible, man. I think for Ruel, usually what I would say is that for long fights, high resistance is better. For burst fights, resistance plus immunity is better. That's my style, at least in for building Soul Weavers. We'll just quickly take a look at this gear here. I mean, okay, that's pretty good. It doesn't have any resistance. It doesn't have, flat HP or whatever. So it's not. I don't want to sound mean, but it's not perfect. But hey, like I said, he's free to play, so it's okay. This is actually good. This is actually really good, actually. This is perfect subs. $28. Okay, this is pretty good too. It's near. I think there's one thing that Hyperion did mention, I think it makes sense, is that even though this Ruel may seem squishier, if he runs 4 Horsemen comp, which is generally like Soul Weavers plus tanks, And I think you guys limit yourself to the Soul Weaver, right? It's usually 1 Soul Weaver and 3 tanks at the most. I'm not quite sure how it works, to be honest, but based on what I've seen so far demonstrated, it seems to be the case. Like 1 to 2 healers, like Diane or Ruel at the most. But yeah, this piece is solid. She has lower base health, so I mean it ends up being really good, and effect resistance. DN, Ruel, ML haste. Oh, ML haste as a utility hero for revives. Nice. Makes sense. 8 speed, 34 health. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna get too picky about it. I think it's solid. I think yes, with Aureus and Adamant Shield everywhere, this Ruel won't go down too quick. So yeah, pretty good. I like the high resistance, high speed on that one. Lilius is next, so let's check that out. Lilius. Okay, so she doesn't really have much effectiveness. So what is the role for her other than, I guess, maybe, if you know, provoking the, I don't know, the DPS? The thickness I really like though. 1800 defense, 21,000 HP. It's not going down easy. To be tanky and hard to kill, and that's all you're going for? Okay. So is this let's see. Oh, it has an attack imprint too. It's almost max, but the S1 would definitely come in handy. Provoke with 18% effectiveness isn't that bad. I mean, if you're on a DPS, you need to control someone like an SSB or something. It won't be that bad. But 1800 defense definitely good. Let's take a look. Quick. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think you could do better on the weapon there, but it's okay. What? Wait. Are you? True, yeah, the soul burn does ignore effect resistance. Crit damage, crit chance. Are you purposely putting it out there? I think you mentioned something that you were, right? Just for chip damage. But if you had the choice of getting, like, let's say, more effectiveness, or I don't know, more HP or more defense, would you prefer that, or are you like making an excuse? Like, okay, yeah, I want chip damage, so I'm gonna put that. You take the 50-50 crit for chip damage? Really? Interesting. Okay. There's enough defensive stats. I see. Interesting. So you're really okay. So you actually place this as a strategy. Okay, the 50-50 crit, you take it. Okay, makes sense. This armor is pretty good, actually. Really good. If you just 90 here, you would think your defensive stats would round out. Yeah, I mean this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's solid. Definitely. So background to this is that I fought Hyperion in a mock twice. So he could prove to me how good this 4 horseman comp is. It is pretty disgusting, I have to say. It didn't really matter what I brought. He just kind of like went around. Even if I chose the same heroes that he did, he has enough of like a core amount of heroes that he would just choose the other ones, and he still beat me to death just because he would sustain all the damage I do and then just chip me down. So like, I don't know, like, I don't know what's a good way to counter a horseman. I probably have to figure that out one day, but like, outside of just being another horseman, like, would you be able to like fully crowd control it, or like what? Because like DPS or cleave will not cleave through this. They will lose. There's no way. S10 it. So what I heard is Dark Corvus S10 double pick, But as Tenny gets banned, and then one of them could be pre-banned, right? So I don't know. What I've seen so far is that horseman versus horseman, one of the players will win, obviously. But there is like no absolute formula to it. I haven't really figured it out. It's pretty disgusting, I have to say. Okay, Falcon O'Cleary next. But I mean, they're decently high rolls, really singly focused stats, which I don't mind. But yeah, it's okay. It's good. But definitely useful. As Tenny isn't a big of a concern if it's partway through the draft. You can flex easy. Falcon O'Cleary. Is there anything you would want more of or less of on this Falcon O'Cleary? Like, yeah, Hyperion, that would be everything? Just everything. So defense, health, speed, effectiveness. Speed is okay. Okay. Yeah, fan, I got it. Low effect, low speed. Is this a slow Falcon O'Cleary? And just you don't have justice for all, because I hear that's what everybody runs. No GFA. Okay, cool. Alright, so this Falcon O'Cleary does work for him. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty low roll. So yeah, it's an 85 Falcon O'Cleary, but you're not gonna 90 this gear. You're not gonna 90 this gear. So it only goes to show that this is effective then. One of the worst geared of your core, but it's usable. Okay. I have to I would potentially actually 90 this boot, actually. This boot I would. But yeah, she's on pretty scuffed gear. But interesting though that your stats actually looks more impressive than it should based on each individual piece. You plan on 90 it? Yeah, that boot is probably the only thing worth it then. And no justice for all. Okay, we're gonna go and look at Alencia. Is it next? Top 3 unit RTA. Yeah, you know, because we watched that tournament today, right? And yeah, F clearly got drafted a lot. But yeah, it got drafted a lot actually from the top players. Your effectiveness is pretty low. Is your justification that you're gonna strip the DPS anyway? Otherwise, yes. Otherwise, the survivability on this one is pretty good. It's not even a triple S. Oh, you actually run it on a defense imprint. Interesting. I would say, yeah, I think it depends. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's okay. Stripping the DPS is more important. Yeah. This is actually not a bad, this is not a bad one at all. Crit damage. Alensa Nox's Wrath. Crit chance is 11. Speed is 14 actually, that's pretty good. Oh, on a speed boot too. Wait a minute. Wow, actually I'm actually surprised how much HP you got without doesn't look like you have like a ton of health subs. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I missed the 35 here. That's a big deal. Nice, nice. Okay, cool. Defense for others as well. You said Alencia, you don't draft your like first pick, right? Because some people draft her first pick, but you draft the knights first, correct? You draft her in the 3-4 slot. Depends on what they pre-ban. Okay. Next is Kayron. So we kind of get to see a DPS. Okay, this is actually a pretty solid Kayron. On attack boot, 4.2 and then 94, 284 crit damage. I think you're missing actually a bit. You're missing a bit of crit damage. Oh, you have 26. Oh, wait. Sorry. Actually, it totally just flew over my head. The bruiser stats on this is pretty good. So 12,000 HP, 1,000 defense. That's very tanky. That should not be overlooked. Oh, okay, and in that sense, it makes sense why you lack some crit damage. In terms of a Kayron on a full 90, 300 crit damage is not hard to get, or at least it shouldn't be. But this is actually pretty good. 12% crit chance. Yeah, this is a tanky Kayron. I like this. Oh, okay, never mind. I was thinking about someone else. 21 defense. It's kind of sad that a lot of this substat roll went into percent defense, and instead of like a flat defense. But you can't complain. That's pretty good stuff. All right, next one is SSB. Let's take a look. You opted for a crit damage one. Tanky is tanky, but no effectiveness. Let's see what main stats you're on. 33 attack, and health. 1300 defense, 15,000 HP. Yeah, that's a tanky SSB. And it's just a decent damage dealer, but no effectiveness though. Mostly a counterpick versus Dizzy, S10E, Kayron, Cleave. And most want to land debuffs versus those targets. Right, so again, you're saying you don't need high effectiveness to do that. Then, in that sense, it's good. I think. Okay, so well, let's not look at the total stats. Let's take a look at each piece, and then that's usually the best way to judge. 14% defense, attack, and then we have 29 health. High rolled, very high rolled. Crit chance, defense, attack, crit damage, and health boot. Okay, so you're actually, you know what? What's interesting is that your SSB's attack is almost as much as mine, being on double attack right side with an attack set. So, I should really relook at my gear. 20% crit rate. Yeah, it's on Rengar specialty drink, so I guess any bit of crit rate is better than nothing. But so you just get additional damage, but you're really just spamming the drink. 25%. The flat attack is very helpful there. 1,000. So that's another like 10, 11%, I think. Maybe even 12%. 12% more attack. So that's very, very strong helmet. 21 crit damage, 344 health, speed, and then attack percent. Okay, it's pretty good. I don't know. I kind of still like seeing SSBs with effectiveness, But I kind of know what you're going for, but I would still prefer that. I don't know. But you're going for like a crit damage build. Next one, Champion Zerato. Let's see. Champion Zerato, as I'm making this video recording, I think that for people who really worry about his nerf, I think it really won't change his overall role too much. As in, whatever build you have him at, you can most likely keep him the way he is, especially if you're an RTA player. But that's my thoughts only. I don't know if there's any other RTA players that have different insights, but that's my thoughts. 41% effectiveness is triple S self-imprinted. This is at the effect chance. So as a tank, this works. You're missing... Actually, no. Wait. The HP is pretty good on this one, though. HP defense is very high. Very, very tanky. A chip damage, again. Chip damage DPS. So I think the whole strategy of this 4 horsemen comp is that you just don't allow them to die, and you just deal damage over time. Yeah, in RTA, you don't make Champion Zerato into a lifesteal. It takes too much away from him. Zerato is mostly for anti-debuff cleave and sometimes versus a Tywin comp. Yeah. I saw the fight. Was it Snow versus Claire today? At the end, it was, right? The champion, or one of the fights that Claire was doing, the Champion Zerato really did some work. And it ended up winning. So I mean, I don't think Champion Zerato, because of the effectiveness nerf, is gonna be too affected by it. But again, it does depend. If you don't return it, somehow they resist it, then yes, it's gonna be a bit salty, keeping all those debuffs on him. But otherwise, I don't think the nerf really changes him much. Take a look. 26% attack, 12 speed. Defense, crit damage, attack, and crit chance. 5% crit chance. 21% health, defense, crit damage. 4 speed, flat attack, and then health. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. I need to double check this because his HP on his Champion Zerato is actually pretty high. 16%, and he doesn't scale well with percent HP. That 378 is almost at 10%, like 8 to 9% HP right there. There's no 10% HP right there. Defense, is it HP boot then? Yeah, it's HP boot. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so the HP boot is slightly on the lower end. Sadly, it's not a percent defense. Otherwise, he would be really good. In terms of like almost perfect. And the necklace needs to be changed. Because A Taiwan comps tend to be bruiser with few support, and having him not ignore ER anymore is kind of big. So you don't think he's going to be used that much? Because the support heroes, you're saying that they will have high resist, right? Okay, anyways, we're on to the next one. Let's go Specteni, which is actually just above, which I think I just previewed. Okay, I will have to say that unless you can really guarantee you're not gonna get AoE damage, this Specteni is a bit squishy. And it's on a crit set, and it has 83 crit only. Okay, in terms of like your hero's build, this one was probably the weakest, I think. You only use her for LP into tank. What does LP stand for? Oh, last pick into tank comps. But what do you consider tank comps? Like all the stuff we looked at. Let's say, for example, Alencia, like even Lilius, and let's say like a bruiser, Lilius, bruiser, FCC. Wouldn't it still like kill her? I mean, the way she is right now, it's pretty squishy, I have to say. Like other 4 horsemen. Like the single target horseman, I understand. I would draft her into those 2. Right. But yeah, I think definitely she should be worked on more though. That's not a bad piece. Or Lilius, Fleury, Ruel. In those cases, I think they're gonna ban your Spectenny anyway, right? So you may as well ungear her completely, and then just like run it as that force ban. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's no sorry, that sounds really mean. But I'm just saying that yeah, it feels like she needs more work. Like in the case that she actually gets into the, she's still won you games versus tank comps. Yeah, okay. 83 crit rate though. I mean, if anything, if you don't adjust her tankiness, the crit rate has to go up. She's on a crit set too, so that is very. I would have to say this is a lower end build. Your crit gear is pretty bad, but okay, never mind. I'm not gonna compare because you did kick my butt, but still, she can be a lot better. The 21 effectiveness, arguably unneeded on Spectenny, but it's okay, I guess. We're just you guys on stream are so mean. I have to say though, like, look, I rate things. I try to rate things objectively, and yes, this Spectenny will probably be the lowest so far. We'll have to see. We'll keep going. But it's okay because if it's a force banned hero, but that's what I mean. I didn't mean it in any disrespect. But if he could literally ungear her. And in those situations that he uses her, she would just be force banned anyway, right? So okay, so you just so you didn't really high prioritize her because you don't pick her a lot. Yeah, I get it. Dark Corvus actually 90'd. Okay. Sweet. At least you hit 150 effect resistance before Strack. So that's very nice. Self-imprinted. Oh, you actually you do actually support your other heroes more than himself. Yeah, this Dark Corvus is decent. There's nothing wrong with this. I mean, the tankiness is good. I would still like to see 30,000 HP though. Especially you 90'd geared. That should have been. Oh, I see. You're going effect resistance. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. That's why you're missing that chunky 3-4k HP. Yeah, this is the free gear. Free gear we don't need to look at. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I guess you don't need to 90 this, but if you did, I don't think it would be that bad. Yeah. Nice. The high ER Corvus in certain scenarios, i.e. versus other horsemen comp, can be very, very disgusting. Especially if you make sure that they don't have any soul burn provokers. So that's a very nice Dark Corvus actually. This is probably the first Dark Corvus I've seen with 90 gear on. I haven't seen much. Okay, let's see. Crow. Effect resistance on the low side. Yes, he's tanky, but you're missing a lot of effect resistance. You could make a Crow. Yeah, Hyper. Yeah, it's he's good into those low DPS. Sorry, AOE DPS comps. Yeah, I run D-Corvus sometimes as counter picks too. This helmet is pretty actually no, the 136 defense is okay on him, but technically quite low. So 191 speed, yeah, with decent speed subs everywhere. That is pretty good. It's just that, again, you are still missing the effect resist. So I think honestly in this kind of like double sets, it's really hard to get the effect resistance since you're gonna have to waste a lot of the subs into rolling speed. But okay, let's take a look at FCC, which is next. I say the crowd tankiness, sure, that's fine, but honestly you are missing a good chunk of effect resist. 70%, so 70% rolls, but you don't have 90 gear on a lot of his pieces, so that in and of itself is understandable. Let's go Fallen Cecilia. .174 speed, just tanky with high HP for the barrier. You have some crit rate in there too, so chip damage again. So that was intentional. You ran out of Night Artifacts. Pepe laugh. Yeah, I can see. Wait, what? Oh, this is a port. For some reason, I thought that was an Aureus for the whole time. Oh, this is just an anti-cleave? Oh, I see. So the crit is important. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And the portrait would do the extra damage. Okay, so just an anti-cleave. Would you run your same kind of like horseman draft into a cleave comp or what? I'm assuming you'd be able to survive the first wave. Rarely. So you don't. So you're saying that your horseman tanks can't. You flex into different picks. Okay. Flurry into cleave isn't good. Okay, makes sense. So you'll draft her and you'll draft her other stuff. Okay. Next is Dizzy. Let's take a look. Dizzy is quite a good staple. I would definitely not recommend her as a first pick, but she's a counter pick to stuff. She kind of works like Dark Corvus in my opinion, in a way, but kind of different at the same time. Dizzy effectiveness is on the super low side. Let's take a look at the gear roll. Tankiness and speed is good on a counter set, and immunity, so 2,200 attack, Isle of Violin, 43% health. Wait, I didn't even check the FCC gear, right? I'll go back to check it. One sec. 13 speed, 16. Okay, it's kind of like a placeholder ring. Well, I mean, 13 speed is not bad. 13 speed is not bad. You get a what? At least 16, maybe even 17 speed out of that if you reforge it. But I guess it's not a high priority piece. It doesn't really. Yeah, it's probably not a high priority piece. You just made a usable counter Dizzy. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's not Dizzy is good no matter what, but the stats are not that crazy. And FCC, I'm assuming you don't have her on some very crazy gear as well. Whoa, 33. Yeah, it's not bad. Wait, is that all you rolled? No, you rolled the speed. There you go. That makes sense. Crit rate neck, 30 health. This one is kind of, yeah, this one's, yeah, ugh. I don't know. Oh, 15 speed on this boot. Okay. Yeah, I can see it. She's only picked in certain scenarios. She's not like decked out with your best gear. Definitely more impressed with some of the heroes that you had listed before. It's the ones that we have covered already. Let's hopefully your DN picks it up a bit. DN. Okay. Effect resistance on the low side. I think you know that. I mean, you're a good player. You know what you're missing. I mean, HP is good. Is all HP right side then? And then speed? Yeah. Defense is okay. The health is on the lows. Oh, the health is good. Sorry, health is good, but the effect resistance is definitely low. Okay, I think DN has room to grow, and I think you should put a lot of love into her. She has room to grow. You just need the right pieces. This is a nice boot. Very nice boot, by the way. And I think that this one could even be 90'd. Especially for a DN. That 521 health there, that's at least a 10%. So we're talking about 25% health, 21 resist. Too bad you didn't roll anything into speed. 217 speed is not that fast, actually. With the amount of missing stats, but you can tell he is missing stats. Like, there's no doubt he's missing stats. The boot, the armor is good. The weapon is good. The weapon is definitely worth 90 as well. And this one is an 88, so you can't do much about it. But I mean, this helmet was honestly like one of the best arena gears that we've ever gotten. As long as you roll high, of course. Just give me 90 gear, my builds won't be scuffed. Don't worry, Hyperion, I know that you're free to play, so. And we set that on at the beginning because I wanted to give that context, right? So when people see that I'm judging stats and stuff, I'm not too harsh. Am I too harsh? I don't think I'm too harsh, is it? Okay, anyways, let's see. ML Haste. ML Haste is next. I'm fine. Okay, I see Hyperion's a big boy. I don't know how ML Haste works. He doesn't need effectiveness. I thought he strips, right? Or you just use him. Okay, wait, no. Let me rethink that. Because you just use him against revivers. So you don't really need to. Mostly for RB. Right. So 21,000 health, 1,300 defense. Well, I don't know what he is supposed to look like, but we just take a look at the gear. And again, this is the best way to judge if that hero is good or not. 25. He has Ruel stats, right? Okay, so he scales higher with defense and less with health, but I'm being harsh with love. LOL. What is his artifact is wrong here? I have him on portrait normally. Celestine for A13. Oh, okay. So portrait has. Hold on, wait. Let me double check what the HP is again. Okay, so your stats will be. Other than more attack, your stats will be roughly the same. Celestine has more HP. Okay, whatever. It's okay. So 21,000 HP, solid. Crit damage, crit rate, those are unusable subs, really. At least for his S3. So not super. Yeah, I mean, if it's just a RB counter, it probably won't need like the best gear. So let's keep that in mind. Okay. 61 effect resist. His soul burn ignores effect resist. Wait. Ah, and it's only 10 souls. Okay, so that's okay then. I feel like he just had some tanky-ish subs and he just placed it on him to make him work. He either gets banned out or his own stats don't matter too much. Right. Okay. ML Hayes, we got a Kates. I'm actually surprised. So you actually drafted Kates in certain places? I guess high debuff comps? Because I didn't know that she was actually even picked for RTA. No? Oh, wait, you said yes and then no. So you draft her as a yes and then not for debuff. What is it for? When you need to sustain versus pure tank comps? Broken set. So I would consider this pretty scuffy. The defense is nice. The HP actually on her is very hard to get high. Oh, she's not a triple S yet. Okay. Yeah, there's no immunity. Fan was like, sigh, no immunity. Honestly, yeah, it is disappointing not to see immunity on her. She's definitely not in the range of being able to be bare naked at 137 effect resistance. Definitely not. But again, I guess if you only use it as a sustainer with the resistance buff, maybe she won't get provoke locked, because you're not bringing her into high debuff comp. So I guess it doesn't matter. What I've seen is that most people don't prioritize 90 gear on a Kates, because if you need her to heal, she heals enough. And with every single second turn she's in invincibility, I guess she doesn't need to be tanky. Yeah, she's not on she's not on anything very, very special here, I think. Yeah, just anything to make her work. I was farming Spirit Altar before the account review. Oh. So you're adjusting to someone else. Who needs immunity with 137 effect resistance? Wait, Jace, you're kidding, right? You're memeing? But seriously, no immunity though. It's not even a meme. I'm not trying to meme, man. I'm honest. I'm being honest here. Okay, he does draft Gerardo, so he says against Vivian, and that's pretty big brain. I will say that though. I didn't really think of Gerardo, but he doesn't really need to be on really, really solid gear. But yes, if he goes against a Vivian team, that's actually a very good idea. I should build him, and he's level 50 too. .26 effectiveness, nice. Everything else is okay. I mean, he cuts down healing. Here, Gerardo, I think people know how powerful he is now, but people still like to meme on him for some reason. I think I should definitely check, actually. So one thing I'll say this, Hyper, is that you reminded me that Gerardo is a thing, so I may consider building him. Huh. It's because he's bald? Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, it's just some like some leftover gear. I had this kind of gear like when I was like, I don't know, like 2018 or something. I mean, it's okay. On Abyssal Crown is nice. Once you get the strip, you know, you get that nice stun. Very, very nice to have. I'll build him. I'll build him actually. Okay, the last one on his core is Bazaar. So let's take a look. 212 speed. So okay. So your Bazaar. Wait, did I skip a Tywin? Where was it? Oh, I did. Okay, I'll go back. I'll go back after. Thank you for reminding me. So what is this Bazaar for? He's very slow. He's tanky, but he's not even super tanky. His effectiveness is nice, but it's not even like super high effectiveness. Well, no, okay. Let me put it this way. It's enough, I guess. It's enough. Push DN Crow Alencia SSB comms. To push them for like a Tywin or something? To stun or something? But 212... Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, right? 212. If Crow gets first turn, if DN gets first turn, they're still screwed. Oh, he said punish? Oh, sorry. Would he most likely then be defaulted into a force ban anyway, though? Like then in that case, it's pretty yeah, but if they let him through with your effectiveness there, it would, like you said, punish them. Okay, cool. Yeah. Either way, it's a win. Do you have another Abyssal Crown, or is this 18 the best you've got? Okay, maybe I should consider something like that. I myself still think the speed is a bit too slow. I would prefer to see like 230, 240 Bazaar, but with the same stats as you have. But wait, let me take a look. Yeah, no. You have no speed gear. Ah, I see. Okay, so no can do. Okay, so you're not making them 212 on purpose. You literally just don't have. That makes more sense. I thought you were slowing him down on purpose in order to counter certain things. That's why I was asking. Yeah, the effectiveness is enough unless you're facing a 250 Momo. But yeah, when I thought about his effectiveness, I was like, okay, wait. No, it's enough. It's enough. Most people run 150, 160, 170, maybe even ER Crow, and the same with DN and Ruel. That's enough effectiveness. Okay. All right, last one is Ambitious Tywin then, which is actually kind of worked out well, because I think Ambitious Tywin right now is definitely getting a lot of spotlight, and he should, because he's actually really good. But players are actually seeing it practically used in RTA tournaments and whatnot. So, and even if they were pushing, what was it? It's only a couple days ago now. On this video recording, the RTA season 1 only ended a couple days ago. So I think people are seeing how strong he is. Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, I wish I have him. I wish I pulled for him, you know? It kind of sucks that I'm just gonna insert this here. If Smilegate listens to this and watches this video later, yeah, it's pretty baity what they're doing. They're kind of like releasing like this kind of like, it's like a okay ML, and then they're buffing them later, which is kind of bad. So that means you kind of have to pull on every single mystic and hope you get lucky. So the stats here, what is his Sagittarius? So he's FCC stats, right? Okay, so with that in mind, FCC stats in mind, you don't need to focus on crit rate, crit damage. Oh, yours is not a DPS. But you do have a max S3, so I guess every bit counts in your eyes there. So Effect Tywin is the way to go now, though. Yeah, you think so? Okay, that's what fans said. Okay, so you wouldn't want like a splash of what he had on his Lilius, like or even his FCC, like some crit rate, and Effect Tywin is just way better. Okay, I see. I mean, yes, his stun crowd control is insane. So in that sense, I would be split then, because he has like similar damage mods to Bruiser FCC. Tywin needs more stats than Lilius. He's got to survive the burn S3. Okay. He needs speed, HP, defense, effect, just compared to Lilius just needing speed and HP and defense. I think it depends on how you build it then, because Lilius push. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, for the stun you want high effectiveness. Okay. 32 effectiveness. Speed and... oh, you know what? Why is your ambitious Tywin not on immunity set? I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. I'm memeing. It would be nice to have an ambitious Tywin in my own roster, so I don't have to farm for another immunity set. But, yeah, I mean, I would love to use my hit set somewhere. It's so hard to find heroes that use hit set, unless they're super high speed. Or, I guess, like Champion Zerato and ML Tywin. It kind of sucks. But, as I'm looking at your stats, I'm just salting on myself, really. 20. Ooh! I love your boot. The boot is nice. The boot is very nice. Okay, everything else is kind of like... I guess he's usable. I mean, this one has all the stats he needs. It's just sort of on the low end. This is okay. And then this one was free. Although 17 speed is not bad at all. You get screwed on comps of Sid with Bassar because Acid baits out the S2 proc and Bassar's. Sorry, that was someone else actually. I was trying to understand it, reading it out. Okay, so first turn doesn't matter too much. Treat him like Dizzy, where you rip S3 on the second turn. I see. Like if they're on immunity, you mean, right? Hyper. Okay, and then Elbrus is good. I think that should be like a staple since he can steal souls and provoke. So he needs to be tanky. You wait for the soul burn to S3. Oh right, so you get the turn cycle better. Right, because it's only hold on. It's only 4 turns and then your cooldown decreases 2 turns. But the speed down is 2 turns on them. Oh, so realistically you're locking them. Yeah, I get it. So you can lap them. Their speed down, you can lap them, they're stunned on their turn, and then you basically... oh, got it. Cool. What's his self-imprint? Oh, it's health. But yeah, you are like liking to play on the supporting everyone else with the imprint release. I kind of like that actually. Now the more that I think about your horseman comp, hold on, which one's the... hold on. Ruel had no imprint. Lilius did, but she only does have attack, so that doesn't really help in terms of tankiness. What does Falcon and Chloe have again? Let me just take a look. That's it. That's all the core heroes we're looking at. Oh, defense. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so that is one thing you are doing on purpose. Alencia, we remember it was on a release. SSB is obviously on release. Cesarado was on self. S10 was... wait, Spectani didn't have an imprint, right? No imprint. D Corvus was on release. Crow doesn't have imprint. Dizzy only has attack, so it doesn't matter. DN has supportive if you have multiples. No, you don't. ML haste. Cottage and... so that's kind of cool. Between other tanks like a Flurry Lilius who can also CC any Lilius that aren't stunned by a Tywin. Right. So if you had drafted Lilius, Falcon or Cleary, a Tywin, then you have a lot of control over their turns. Yeah, especially Lilius' provoke and F Cleary's provoke both ignore elemental. Why are you like checking for imprints on a free-to-play account? Hey, look, some free-to-play got lucky, okay? Some free-to-play get really lucky, alright? So, okay, so that's pretty much it. Shall we end here? That's it, right? That's all you wanted to showcase for in terms of RTA. So, again, I think that's pretty good. Check how many 90s? Okay. Yeah, that's a good thing. Because we get to see... level all. So yeah, he doesn't have a lot. 1 2, so that's two and a half rows. So yeah, definitely a free to play. Hold on, let me just check. We have a hunt buff coming during this recording, so his energy or whatever left on his, no, actually I'm not gonna check your shop just in case there's hidden stuff that we shouldn't reveal on video. But you have the same amount of 90s. I want to check his reforged materials. That's the last thing, and I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, nah. I mean, yeah, see, yeah, reforged materials are really rare. You got a lot from spamming expos. Right. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, the expeditions, man, they're really good, but that's a topic in and of itself, so I'm not gonna do that here. All right, I'm gonna end this for the video recording. Thank you again, Hyperion, for giving me the insight on one, kicking my butt with your 4 horsemen comp, so enlightening me, and then also just showing your account and your heroes build. I think most of your stuff is good, even from a free-to-play perspective. Your Spectenny is pretty bad. I have to say, man, you can literally ungear her and just make her the force ban, make her naked, and I think it's okay. But Spectenny is good in terms of a kit, so almost anything will work there. Everything else actually looks pretty impressive, Hyper, so keep it up, man. As a free-to-play, I think this is pretty decent, so I'm gonna end this for the video recording. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.